This next clip here, you're going to see a pretty good example of NI. So he goes down and work with people. He's at events, so he's getting in a lot of sensory, getting a lot of sensory chaos. And he comes in with his education. He's like, okay, so it should be new and different and interesting, like they told me it was. He's like, this is the same goddamn shit. And he's seeing that the people that are like poor and homeless, and then the people that are like rich celebrities, he's like, it's the same shit.
Yeah, I was just reporting what I saw. The very rich and the very poor. And it struck me. It was so striking that the conditions that these two populations were suffering from it would manifest differently, but it was the same. It was very much the same. A lot of trauma.
Yeah.
And that's what makes people drive to be so successful. And also it's what drives people to be non-functional. A lot of childhood trauma, a lot of addiction, a lot of bipolar disorder, a lot of personality disorder in the narcissistic spectrum. A lot of it, just everybody. It was that they were so similar, and that was really striking to me, that the psychiatric problems of the very rich and the very poor were the same.
The same. That is a pretty good definitive NI. And then if you're looking for if you're saver OI or not, it's like, I'm done. I don't have to learn anymore. There's a conclusion. Now, if you bring me anything new, and this is what you'll see with Dr. Drew, is he's like, that goes here, that goes here, that goes here, that goes. Now, if he's got enough experience and he's done it right, he actually might be fucking right. And all the OEs are like, shit. You know, it really is old and known. So looking for that, I'm seeing that the guy is NI, as well as you can see the double siding. He just rolls through everybody's bullshit and has a lot of fun with it, you know? This next clip, Kalila, she's a really sweet girl. I believe her to be a number 4 ESFP would be my best guess, right? Now, what she brings up is something that is very true. And I know you've lived through this. I know you can see this with people in your life, and I know you go through this yourself as well. People that have I already know syndrome. And so what she's bringing up is she's like, yeah, I talked to Bobby, and I try and help him out, and he's like, yeah, totally. And then the next day, nothing. And it's such a true thing, and what they'll get into later is that Bobby is kind of trapped in an environment where it's not that bad. And Bobby's a smart guy, and he's an older guy. He's like 50-something. And so Bobby's like, yeah, I see what's going on. I can see what I'm doing. I can figure out. But there's not enough pressure to change it.
Bobby's an open book.
I'm an open book.
He's an open book, and he's so
Wonderfully.
so willing to offer that information
Yes,
that he has
beyond.
these addictions
Beyond.
and this and this. What do you call it when someone is so clear and acknowledges their issues? And they have a lot of these oh my god moments, like when you told him right now, like that's a process thing, and he's like, oh my god, and he has a lot of these every day, and he acknowledges all these things, but it's 100% inaction, 0% actually working towards any of those things that he talks about and acknowledges every day.
Okay,
Hey.
Right. No, we'll come back to that here. Notice this here. Notice the this little funny picture of Bobby. He's got one here looking like the North Korean leader. A lot of number 1-isms with Bobby. In this next clip, we're going to see him all of a sudden, him as a number 1, he's feeling very threatened with his ego. Now, what's very interesting about Bobby, is turning into a Bobby Lee show. What's very interesting about Bobby is he kind of knows this about himself. And as a genius comedian, he really plays it up. So you'd think like, oh, he's just joking around, just trying to say, hey, give me the respect. But it's actually what he feels. Now, then he covers it on top of a joke, right? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But like people are still, even though they're joking.
And you know what, you two, first of all, all the other ones on the thing, right? I know I seem vulnerable right now, but I'm still your fucking captain, all right? And I want the fucking respect, all right?
I got
It's
the
fucking bullshit. Dude.
Cappuccino. I got the cappuccino.
You should know
got the
that
cappuccino,
your
right?
esteem is going up in their eyes every second here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Yes.
Because you see the number 1 going, look, I need my respect. Now, most number 1s aren't going to just say it like that. Now, if you're Bobby Lee, you're a double-sided, you're a comedian, you know it's a joke, but he still has that feeling. That's really something to look for in the social types is like, do you have to have respect everywhere you go in some way, shape, or form? You got to be the best. You got to be the top. Are you worried that others are going to look at you like they're fucking better than you? Like a 3 is like a miniature number 1. I want to be the best at this. And the number 1s are like, I want to be the best at this.